RHS program for 5 years. His hobbies outside of baseball are fishing and golfing. His favorite baseball player is Jock Peterson. Dino's favorite baseball memory was playing in the USSSA World Series. And his future plans are to attend New Mexico Junior College to play baseball and win the lottery. Sabino Sanchez. Okay, last but not least is our first baseman and occasional pitcher, number 23, Noah Lynn.
Woo! Go Noah!
Noah is the son of Julie and Jeff Lynn. He has played baseball at Roswell High for 4 years. Noah also participated on the state championship football team at Roswell High School and was third at state in wrestling. Noah does track and field and is in healthcare internship. Noah's hobbies include fishing, hiking, and thrifting. His favorite baseball player is Anthony Rizzo. Noah's favorite baseball memory was freshman year JV team and the bus rides they had. His future plan is to get a degree in biology and become a dentist and open his own practice. Noah's advice for future RHS athletes is, if you want to do something, do it. Don't live in the gray twilight. Noah Lynn.
Go Noah!
Okay, those are your 2024 Roswell High School Coyote baseball seniors. Bless these seniors' lives from this day on with goodness and success, and use their gifts wisely. Empower them to walk in the future with strength, hope, faith, and love.
Hello? Yeah, I am. I'm over here by the trailer, and they're recognizing the seniors, so you gotta take time. Okay? Sure, if you can. Alright. Alright, how's David?
You should have a oh yeah, I see it. Oh,
If we can get both teams to the baseline for the national anthem.
I'll call security right now.
I just heard it go. I'm thinking the first one. Oh.
They'll keep you around, especially if you go to school.
Okay, you get to pick one and then give Mama one, give your mom one. Pick one and you give Mama one and your mom. Oh, what did you do? It's yours. Oh, thank you.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's contest between the Roswell Coyotes and the Goddard Rockets. This game starts at 6 p.m. It's parent night here at Roswell High School. Art Sandoval, Kellen McDonald set to broadcast this game, and we'll call it our yard for the meantime until it's official.
When is it? Why is it not official?
Because it hasn't been named yet.
Oh, all right.
All right, let's just talk a little bit about the Roswell Coyotes and the Goddard Rockets. The Roswell Coyotes come in this contest 7-10 overall, 22nd in the 5A classification, and 41st in the state of New Mexico. And for the Goddard Rockets, 5-9 overall in the 4A classification, ranked 13th and 34th in the state of New Mexico. All right, Coach, talk to me a little bit about tonight's game. You want to talk a little bit about the starting lineups for both squads?
Sure, let's go with Roswell first since they're out in the field as the home team. Left field is going to be number 6, Adrian Lucero. Center field is going to be number 8, Davian Dominguez. Right field is going to be number 4, Jace Griffin. Third base is going to be number 00, Isaac Orozco. Shortstop is going to be number 12, Bino Sanchez. At second base, going to be number 13, Joaquin Bolaños. First base, welcome back to number 23, Noah Lynn, who's feeling much better. And the battery tonight will be Luke Lynn on the mound. He wears number 15, and he will be throwing to number 2, Diego Villa. And let's do the Goddard and the bottom, shall we?
Sounds good, sir. We'll definitely do that. So, all right. So, it looks like Luke Lynn, as you mentioned, will do the pitching or the starting. He'll be in the starting rotation on the bump tonight, and then Villa will do the catching. coming up for the Goddard Rockets will be number 2, will be Aguilar. On deck will be Dewar, and then number 20 will be Jaden Herrera. All right, here we go. We're just seconds away from the start of this contest here. Roswell versus Goddard. These are always very interesting games, Coach. It doesn't matter what sport's in, but tonight, Roswell versus Goddard. Here we go. Luke Lynn from the stretch will deliver, and the first pitch is going to be a fastball, strike 1. Will be a called strike. Lynn, I love it where he pitches from the stretch. He comes to the set, and there's the delivery, and that's going to be strike number 2. So 2 consecutive strikes to the hitter, Aguilar. Let's see what Lynn does here. Had a performance the other night. He does pretty well, throws pretty hard. And there's the bender, and that's going to be upstairs just barely for ball 1.
Yeah, good 0-2 pitch, though. Don't give him something he can handle and see if he can lay off it. He did.
All right, I thought about this the other night. I'm going to talk to you about this after this hitter. So there's the pitch again, and that's going to be fouled back. And Coach Alvarado will trot on to the field there to get the foul ball. They're going to throw it over and say, you know what, take a look at that and give it back to the umpire. All right, Luke Lynn, the pitcher for the Roswell Coyotes, challenging Aguilar. There is the pitch, and that's going to be up and fouled back. There's a lot of things that I thought about actually after the last game. And you and I always talk about strategy, Coach. And, you know, the Roswell Coyotes, I know they lost 14-0 or whatever it was last time. There's some things that they needed to improve on. But, at the end result, I think they have a chance to be pretty good. There's going to be another foul ball to the right side.
Yeah, this has been a good at bat for, is that Errol? Is that how you say that?
Yes, that's how I'm pronouncing it, is Errol.
Errol Aguilar, the sophomore shortstop. Big part of the future for this Goddard program in kind of what you'd call a rebuilding year, I guess you would say. But he's, after starting 0-2 without swinging, got him.
All right, that's going to be a call strike, and strike number 3 and out number 1. It's a nice pitch by Lynn.
Right as I'm praising him for having a good at bat, he takes a pitch that's too close to take and strikes out.
Yeah, you and I have that effect, I guess, on people. It's called the broadcaster's jinx, I suppose. But, yeah, Coach, anyway, the hitter right now for the Goddard Rockets will be number 8, Brady Dewar. And, you, of course, appreciate everything you do here. Dewar coming in this contest, batting .366, fastball up, and that's going to be swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, this kid's impressive. He's just a freshman. And, at the beginning of the season, it was maybe even wondering if he was going to be varsity or split time, but he has played his way into the starting lineup as one of the better players for this Goddard team this year. You mentioned the high batting average. He's been impressive and just a freshman.
All right, 0-2 with 1 out. Score 0-0 here in the top half of the first inning. Luke Lynn, the pitcher, on the bump for the Roswell Coyotes, facing Dewar. There's the pitch, and that's going to be a deuce, and just misses. Nice pitch.
Yeah, Luke's gotten ahead of both these pitchers 0-2, or these hitters 0-2, and we'll see how Brady does here, if he can battle back in this at bat.
And that one's going to be hit to the shortstop, to Savino Sanchez, and that is going to be on time. Woo. And Savino Sanchez with the bobble retracts it and gets it and delivers to first base. So 6-3 for out number 2. So good job of staying with the ball.
Yeah, I think he was maybe a tad overconfident in the way he played that, but as long, out's an out.
An out's an out.
Which should have been a routine play. Kind of made it harder than he had to, and he's smiling over there. With Bolaños.
Luckily enough, he has a strong enough arm to get it there to first base. So 2 outs for the Roswell Coyotes. Now hitting will be number 20, Jaden Herrera, and that's going to be fouled back. Strike 1. Yeah, and what I was going to really say, Coach, and I love, and you love the game of baseball as well, but just, we talk about how starting pitchers, they can actually go from the windup or they can go from the stretch. And, I was always one that always liked going from the stretch. Excuse me, that's going to be strike number 2.
And ahead of all 3 hitters, 0-2. Boy, I tell you what.
So there's something I'm going to tell you about on this here. So with this right now, Coach, a lot of times, a lot of people, there's going to be another foul ball. A lot of young coaches as opposed to veteran coaches. Do you go at the batter 0-2, or you want to try to go 2 or 3 balls out and pitch to him again? What's your opinion? And I'm going to call you a seasoned coach.
Yeah, seasoned Little League coach. I don't think you have to do it the same way every time, but you know, I think as a pitcher, if I'm up there on the mound, I'm not going to give a hitter something 0-2 that they can turn on and you know, go after. I'm fine with wasting a pitch if that's the gist of your question.
Well, and that's
and sometimes too.
And that's going to be a foul ball again. So Lynn right now about 16 pitches. And the reason I'm saying that, Coach, there's you made me think the other day about a couple of things that we talked about other than the game of baseball. But with the new rule and with pitchers have, you know, pitch limits and they can only go so many days before the next, that's why I'm kind of referencing this right now. Do you try to go to the hitters immediately? Do you want to waste a pitch? You have enough time to do that? 4-3, that will be the third out. We'll come back and talk about that in just a moment, but the score is 0-0 here at the end of the top of the first inning.
All right, nice job by Luke Lynn on the mound there. He goes no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base on 17 pitches. Top of the lineup up for Roswell when we come back. That's Dominguez, Luke Lynn, and Elias Lujan, KSVPTV.com.
Are they pink or are they raspberry sorbet? Are they orange or are they Caribbean coral? Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. And of course, we're talking about geraniums, along with petunias and lantanas. We raise them in our greenhouse, then send them home with you to brighten up the world. And while we may disagree on what to call them, there's no doubt they're the prettiest flowers anywhere. So come get yours while the selection is best. But you're going to have to pick them out yourself because I'm colorblind.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Welcome back to Roswell High School. Score is 0-0. Roswell Coyotes taking on the Goddard Rockets. Coming up to bat for the Roswell Coyotes will be Dominguez, Lynn, and Lujan. And on the field for the Goddard Rockets playing third base will be Morales, at shortstop Aguilar, at second base Dewar, and first base will be Davis. In the outfield will be Wooten, Herrera, and then, as we mentioned, in right field, I do have it here. I'm sorry, Coach. I did talk with Coach Alvarado. That's going to be Jose Porras. I'm sorry. I missed that one there earlier.
All right, well, then let's just go over the defense. Or were you just doing that and I wasn't paying attention?
Yeah, I just did that.
Okay.
And so the only ones I haven't mentioned now is the pitcher. Number 7 is going to be Cameron Brown, and the batter will be number 20. And so now coming up for the Roswell Coyotes, as we mentioned earlier, will be number 8. It's going to be Davian Dominguez. Kind of did that introduction quickly just because of the inning there. I know you were really thinking of the question I asked you earlier.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit, you know, during the break. It kind of depends. You know, if you're trying to keep a pitcher's count low, you might be more aggressive on an 0-2 count, called strike there. If you're not, if you got a pitcher you know is going to get some rest later, I'm definitely wasting some pitches there, you know, especially against a good hitter. Now, if it's a pitcher you feel like you can get one by at any time, let's be aggressive.
All right, swing and a miss for strike number 3 and out number 1. And now coming up to the plate will be number 15, Luke Lynn. Luke Lynn coming in this contest, batting .306 on the year. 17 games played with about 66 plate appearances, 62 at-bats and 10 runs with approximately 19 hits on the year. And that's going to be ball 1 to the hitter, Luke Lynn. And that's going to be a curveball for strike number 1. there's the pitch, and that one is actually going to be popped up high over to the shortstop. Nice play by Aguilar, and that will be out number 2. Let's get this in here.
And Brown potentially working on a quick inning here. It's going to be up to Elias Lujan with 2 gone to keep the inning going.
Lujan coming in this contest batting .352, if I'm not mistaken, Coach. And I will tell you, just looking at the pitcher here, and that's going to be, look at that, 1 pitch, 1 out. Usually, and that's what a pitcher's dream is, and you mentioned earlier, is a coach's dream. And that's going to be out number 3 as Lujan flies out to right field.
All right, so Roswell goes down in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors on just 7 pitches. Goddard will have Rodriguez, Brown, and Davis up when we come back. Nothing after 1, KSVPTV.com.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
The Eastern New Mexico University System is proud to present One Eastern Day, sponsored by J.P. Stone Community Bank, on Thursday, May 1st from 4 to 9 p.m. on the campus of ENMU Roswell. Come join ENMU for a family fun night featuring food trucks, inflatables, face painting, info booths, and live music by Roswell's own Grupo Maldad from 7 to 9 p.m. Bring the whole family out on May 1st to ENMU Roswell and join us for One Eastern Day. Visit roswell.enmu.edu for more information. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Welcome back to Roswell High School. Coming up for the Goddard Rockets will be Rodriguez, Brown, and Davis as we enter the top half of the second inning. And the ground ball to Savino Sanchez. Nice play. 1 pitch, 1 out. 6-3.
And Bino played that a little differently than the last one. Did you notice?
I did. And
look, I love their confidence, and I love when a fielder looks so slick at trying to do what he did on the first one. But as a coach, it just kind of makes you nervous sometimes.
Well, that's good. You're exactly right. It does. Coming up to the plate now for the Goddard Rockets will be number 7, Cameron Brown. And Luke Lynn will deliver, and that's going to be strike number 1.
Yeah, Cameron, a lot of expectations for Cameron this year, and he's really struggled at the plate. He's been pretty good as a pitcher, but not so much as a hitter, certainly not to what he would expect and like.
Sure, absolutely. So ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. If you're just now tuning in at KSVPTV.com, the score is 0-0, Roswell versus Goddard here at our yard, and that's going to be up for ball 2. Yeah, we're just weeks away from graduation, Coach. Can you believe that?
Yeah, we'll be boiling at the Wool Bowl before you know it.
Well, I tell you what, I can't wait for football as the defending state champions. The Roswell Coyotes will have another challenging schedule as the season approaches quickly. 3 balls and a strike to hitter Brown. There's the pitch and the delivery, and that's going to be a shot to the right side. But Jace Griffin is there. And, Coach, that was a line drive in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. Kind of a rope out there, and Griffin had to take about 3 steps, and he was right there. Now, again, this time of day, this time of year on this field, that's no easy catch because they're staring right at the sun.
You're exactly right, Coach. Coming up to the plate now for the Goddard Rockets will be number 16, Donovan Davis. Davis facing Luke Lynn, and there's the pitch. Nice pitch, and I like the approach here by Lynn as he takes on Davis. Fastball away. And Davis, currently one of the top hitters for the Goddard Rockets, batting approximately .476 coming into this game, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, got to be a pleasant surprise for Coach Gill over there. There's been Davis at the plate. .476 at this point in the season is very impressive.
And that's going to be just inside. Ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. And tell you what, the Roswell Coyotes defensively look like they're ready as they take the defense approach, as I call it, as a creep. With 2 outs, the infield, the corners are playing back. Middle part of the field playing back as well. That's going to be a called strike to the hitter Davis. All right, so 3 balls with 2 strikes with 2 outs. The score 0-0. Beautiful evening here in Roswell, New Mexico. That one's going to be fouled back.
Yeah, a real nice night for baseball here. Temperature in the 80s, mid-80s.
Well, you better enjoy it now because this weekend will be a high of 97 degrees on Saturday.
Crazy. It was snowing a few days ago.
And that's crazy, isn't it?
All right, we have our first base runner.
Yeah, number 16, Donovan Davis, draws a walk. Will be on first base. Coming up to the plate will be the hitter, number 4, Braxton Wooten.
And I actually got to coach a little bit with Braxton Wooten. He's a great kid. The whole family's a lot of brothers, and they all play baseball.
All right, first pitch to Wooten is ball 1 with 2 outs.
Braxton's mom was my son's 4th grade teacher, 3rd grade teacher, 2nd grade teacher, something like that.
All right, well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, there's the pitch and the delivery downstairs for ball 2. Goddard Rockets have a runner at first base. Number 16 is Donovan Davis. Lynn pitching from the stretch. Wooten taking some direction from Coach Alvarado, telling Davis to extend. That's going to be a called strike.
Yeah, and I know Coach has done his homework on these guys. Only 16 stolen bases as a team this year for Goddard. Very, very low number of stolen bases. And Dominic Davis doesn't have one, so not really a threat to go, you would think.
All right, to the brick. It would be another foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're here in the top half of the second inning. The score is 0-0. Nice little crowd here at our yard. Looking over to third base coach, Coach Gilbert Alvarado, telling Davis to extend. And there he goes in motion, and that's going to go foul again.
Looking for his first theft of the season, Donovan Davis. You know, he's not slow. He's first baseman, but still a good athlete. But I'm surprised he went.
All right, again, the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Luke Lynn, the pitcher, and that one's going to be to the right side, and that's going to be foul.
Goddard's fouling off a lot of Luke Lynn's pitches. He's already up to 36 pitches, and a bunch in the first inning, and now a bunch here with Wooten.
Yeah, Lynn has pitched an inning and 2/3. And there's going to be the move to first base as Luke Lynn delivers over to older brother Noah Lynn. Davis slides in head first. He will be safe. The hitter is Wooten. There's the pause from Lynn. There goes the runner in motion. And the throw is a nice one, but Davis will get credit for the steal. And did you get the call?
Ball. So it will be full count to Wooten. And runner in scoring position now for the junior. I can't believe he's a junior already, but all right.
Yeah, it goes by pretty quick, Coach. All right, here's Luke Lynn as he delivers, and there's going to be the pitch, and that one's going to be foul back. Little humor there from the third base dugout.
Yeah, got to love how the Goddard kids are all up. You know, they're all into this, helping out their teammate.
All right, and as you mentioned earlier, the Goddard Rockets have a runner in scoring position, and there goes Davis to third base, rounding third base and headed for home. And the Goddard Rockets will strike first, and that will be a single with an RBI, and then, of course, Wooten will advance to second on the throw. You feel me?
I'm with you. It's going to bring up Alan Morales.
All right, and Alan Morales wearing jersey number 13.
You know, he used to go by Alan, but
Is he going by Alan or Alan?
I heard Alan from the dugout.
Okay, well, that's what I thought too. I thought I heard Alan. All right, there's going to be a little shot over to the pitcher, and Luke Lynn says, I'm going to take it myself. So that will be out number 3, so that's going to be 1 unassisted.
Unassisted, yeah. Okay, so Goddard does strike first, though. They get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, 24 pitches for Luke Lynn. He's up to 40 in 2 innings. Up for Roswell will be Noah Lynn, Joaquin Bolaños, and Griffin when we come back. Goddard 1, Roswell 0, KSVPTV.com.
Hi, my name is Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
All right, coming up to the plate for the Roswell Coyotes will be Noah Lynn. On deck will be Joaquin Bolaños, Jace Griffin in the hole. And the pitcher for the Goddard Rockets will be Brown, and the hitter, the first pitch was a swing and a miss for strike 1 to Noah Lynn. There's the deuce, and that's going to be downstairs for a ball. I'm going to tell you what, Coach, I'm very impressed with Cannon Brown. Cameron is actually a junior, so he has 1 more year in this program.
Yeah, and he's a big contributor to their team last year. You know, the team that had a shot, as a contender. Ooh.
Swing and a miss for Noah Lynn here. And I'm going to tell you, Coach, Noah, he's been under the weather a little bit.
Yeah.
He is back in action today. I did talk with him, had a conversation at lunch with him. And that one's going to be outside for ball. Just looking at Herrera. You see Herrera there trying to say, hey, he's going to stand up. Must throw it upstairs, and no, that didn't work out. The ball ended up going to the outside, and there's going to be the curveball, swinging a miss for strike 3 and out number 1. Anyway, I did have that conversation, if he was feeling good and stuff, and, he said, yeah, and I expected that answer. I don't necessarily believe that, but,
yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. He's just that kind of a person. He's a competitor, wants to play, and –
well, he was very sick just 2 days ago and probably 1 day ago.
Yes. All right, coming up to the plate will be number 13, Joaquin Bolaños. Joaquin entering this ballgame at 361, and that's going to be a called strike.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 is Cameron Brown. Throws the curveball to Bolaños, and that's going to be strike number 2.
Kerr's working for Brown. He's fooled several of these first Coyote hitters with the curveball.
And that's going to be ball 1 away. That's what I have, too. All right, I'm just looking at that. Okay, good job by Joaquin Bolaños as he battles. That's going to be foul, out of play. 17 pitches for Brown. Brown in the full windup, taking the signal. And that's going to be upstairs, right about the letters, and Joaquin Bolaños battles. That's going to go foul. Back to the brick. And there's the pitch, and there's the curveball again. I'm kind of curious to find out if that's his number one pitch is the curveball.
Well, it's been effective, although, you know, he has a pretty decent fastball as well.
Well, not bad at all. And, Coach, I went back home to change, and I was going to get my radar gun, and it's not in there. So it must be somewhere in my wife's suitcase or something. I'm not real sure. So I will bring it next time. That one's going to be high in the air. And the first baseman, Davis, calls off Herrera to make the play. That's going to be out number 2.
Well, saying Davis called him off might be being a little generous. I think there was some miscommunication there. I think the catcher called himself off, and then Davis was luckily able to find the ball in the air is the way I saw it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you saw or heard something I didn't, but I thought that ball was going to drop. Well, because I didn't think either one of them had a beat on it.
Well, you're probably right. There's going to be a ball to the hitter, Jace Griffin.
And let me just say, what a play by Davis if that's the case, where he didn't have it, and then all of a sudden he looks up and finds it and makes the catch.
Well, he definitely had the momentum coming this way, and that's going to be a tough play for any ball player in this park right now, just because, as you mentioned many times before, the sun over on the west side, it's just kind of starting to go down a little bit, and it's going to blind you on the right side.
And usually that's a much tougher play for the catcher because
100%.
he's having to come back under it and kind of get it over his head. But in this case, with the sun, who knows?
No, I thought the play was done correctly, and that's going to be strike 1. 3 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Goddard does lead this game 1-0. And probably the right thing for Griffin to do, and that's going to be another call strike. So brings the count to full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The Goddard Rockets lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second inning. There's a pitch by Brown, and that one's going to be popped up to the middle. Let's see if Herrera catches it, and he does, and that's a very tough play in that triangle. Center field has priority and makes the out.
So Roswell goes down once again here in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 19 pitches, nobody left on base. Goddard will have Herrera, Aguilar, and Dewar up. When we come back for the top of the third, Goddard's up 1-0, KSVPTV.com.
Find your path to a greater future with Eastern New Mexico University. If you're looking to take the next step in your higher education journey, both in person and online, Eastern New Mexico University is the place for you. ENMU is now accepting applications for spring 2025, so don't miss out on your opportunity to join more than 5,700 fellow Greyhounds on this exciting path to student success. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. Fergalicious. In fact, they're downright funky. Fergalicious. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2660. Fergalicious.
All right, welcome back to KSVPTV.com. And there's going to be the bunt by Herrera. Let's see if Villa has a chance. He does. And that's a great, great job by the Roswell catcher, number 2, Diego Villa, by calling Luke Linoff. Made the quick grab, and delivered over to first base, and a nice stretch by Noah Lynn. 1 pitch, 1 out. And now coming up to the plate will be Herrera.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that's
Aguilar.
not right. Aguilar, excuse me.
Yeah.
I haven't scored it yet.
Herrera's always a threat to bunt, and he laid down a good one there, but like you said, great play by Diego Villa, the sophomore catcher. And little help from Poe over there at first.
All right, there's going to be the ground ball over to the shortstop. Savino Sanchez will deliver, and 6-3, out number 2.
So is that 3 pitches and 2 outs?
That's correct.
All right. That's almost as efficient as you can get. I saw something happen today or yesterday in minor league baseball. A guy stole 6 bases in a ball game.
Really?
And didn't have a hit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. All right, so evidently base on balls are HP hit by pitch. It's going to be a called strike to the hitter, Dewar.
Yeah,
6 stolen bases.
Yep.
Okay, so
got
was
on
it
3 times, stole bases. Actually got on 4 times. Had a runner ahead of him the 4th time and couldn't try to get more than 6 stolen bases.
All right, so now the real question is this, Coach. Did they steal first? Okay, no, this is a true story. Runner at first base stole second and then stole first. I'll tell you about it here in just a moment. It's crazy.
One of those, I can already tell it's going to be one of those stories where you just love baseball because just when you think you've heard it all or seen it all.
Yeah, that's true. And then still second and third, you know what I mean?
You have somebody stealing first.
Yeah, the count's 1-2 now to the hitter, Dewar. Pitching for the Roswell Coyotes is Luke Lynn, and looks like that's going to be
just
is
a
it
ball.
Foul? No, I think it might have. Let's find out for sure and confirm that. So the umpire, I don't know. At first I thought it was an HP hit by pitch. Did it hit the bat or just off the glove of Villa?
Well, it went into the glove of Villa. Right?
Well, it did. But did it go off the bat first?
I don't know. I'm calling it a ball.
Okay, so I'm going to go with you. We'll go ahead and call it a ball.
What is the score? Well,
I can't see it from here just because of the – they're calling it 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Okay, so
let's go 2-2.
No, let's stay with it. Let's say they were both foul balls, as long as we get the pitch count right, and we'll know then if it gets to a walking situation.
So are you at 48?
I'm at 49.
You're at 49. Okay, so you and I are at the same. 49 pitches for Luke Lynn, 2 2/3 pitch, or pitch at this point. The hitter is Dewar.
Brady grounded out his first time up.
And there's the pitch and the curveball. That one is going to be out of play. So I'm at 50 pitches now for Luke Lynn. 2 2/3 pitched up to this point.
Yeah, and he can go, in excess of 100 if you need him to.
Right.
He's got that kind of arm and conditioning and youth.
And nice pitch upstairs. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
So Goddard goes down. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Roswell have Lucero, Sanchez, and Villa up. That's the bottom of the order. When we come back, 1-0 Goddard, KSVPTV.com.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
All right, welcome back, KSVPTV.com. Coyote baseball. Coyotes trail 1-0 As we begin the bottom half of the third inning, and your hitter for the Roswell Coyotes will be number 6, Adrian Lucero, as he draws ball 1. And the pitcher for the Goddard Rockets is Cameron Brown. The junior hurler will deliver, and that's going to be strike 1.
And we're still first time through the order here for Roswell as we're in the third inning.
And there's the pitch, and that one's going to be a rope to the left side. It could be a stand-up double for Lucero. Let's see what happens as Wooten gets it in. And I say a stand-up double. He's going to go ahead and slide head first, and we'll get credit for the double. So
Yeah,
nice cut.
Nice piece of hitting there from one of our honored seniors, Adrian Lucero. He picks up a leadoff double. And now you have Bino Sanchez up to the plate. And Bino has power. He can be dangerous. He has 1 home run this year, so I'd love to see him get another one here and give his team the lead.
Adrian Lucero at second base has a comfortable lead. Sanchez will draw ball 1. Sanchez facing Brown with no outs. And there's the pitch and the delivery, and that's going to be inside ball 2. Now I was going to ask you, do you bunt Sanchez? But now with 2 balls, I say, you know what? You either take a pitch, unless it's right there where you can actually drive something.
Yeah, 2-1 maybe you bunt.
It's going to be foul ball to the third base side, so still hitters count, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, I feel like you can catch him napping here. I'd be okay with a surprise bunt.
Sure.
Yeah. A little small ball. It's a 1-run game.
All right, and there's the pitch, and swing a miss, strike 2.
Obviously not now. That'd be a big surprise bunt now.
Yeah, the odds are not with you. It's happened, but at this moment, I don't think I would. So I would be expecting right now a curveball from Brown, but let's see what he does here with 2 balls and 2 strikes from the stretch as he delivers. And no, he's going to go with the fastball, and it's going to be a backwards K, and that's going to be the first out of this half inning. All right, coming up to the plate now will be number 2, the catcher, Diego Villa. Adrian Lucero got the double over on his first frame. Cameron Brown pitching from the stretch, steps off, resets, and Reading Herrera giving some signals now to the defense. That's going to be a high fastball, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, they really need Diego to do a job here and at least get Lucero over to third. Although with 1 gone.
All right, now with a comfortable lead is Lucero. And the curveball is very effective now for Brown. Count is 0-2 with 1 out. Villa coming in this contest batting 190. And that one's going to be popped up and little trouble. And that's going to fall for a base hit.
Wow.
As Aguilar and Dewar try to get it as they're playing back in the infield.
Yeah, that needs to be Brown's, but I'm not saying it's Brown's fault. I'm saying that needs to be Brown's ball, but it needs to be Aguilar saying that you need to get it.
Yeah.
Agree or no?
Well, yes, I'm going to agree with you.
I mean, it's a tough play. It's a tough situation because you get a ball hit up like that and you think, oh, well, I got plenty of time to get under it. You saw it immediately. There's maybe going to be trouble. Now, if Brown picks it up quickly, he's just about 4 steps backwards to make the play.
Yeah, and
but he deferred to the middle infielders as you should.
Yeah, and as we were talking about earlier, that's going to be a ball to the hitter, Dominguez. Coach, we were talking about a play earlier with a catcher and the first baseman. Earlier we had Herrera actually thought he was going to make the play, but yet Davis made the play. It's kind of a similar situation here. The shortstop had the momentum coming forward. It would have been real tough for Brown. There's going to be another hit to the left side, and that, my friends, is going to score Lucero, and it will be a stand-up double for the hitter Dominguez. And now the ball game is tied.
They called him out at third.
They called him out at third.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get this scored here in our little scorebook. So you actually had Villa and Lucero at the corners. Is that correct?
Yep.
Dominguez had a ball in play and hits it hard with the line drive. Had the double to the left side. Lucero will score safely, but you're saying Villa was thrown out by Wooten?
Yeah. Yeah, Wooten over to Morales, and I think maybe he slid and came off the bag and they held the tag. I was obstructed. I couldn't really tell.
Okay. And so now the hitter is going to be Luke Lynn, and that, my friends, is going to be strike number 1.
Yeah, and the curveball fooled him again. And I say him. I say fooled the Coyote hitter again. They're just really struggling with Brown's curve.
It's going to be ball 1 inside. I'm going to tell you what, Coach, Dominguez, Davian, you know how I feel about him. I've talked to him once or twice. Don't know the young man very good yet. I do see him in the halls every now and then, but never really had the opportunity to sit down and talk with him. But I'm going to tell you what, Coach, I'm very, very impressed with that young man's performance.
Well, he's very talented. Get through
and there's going to be a play, and okay, nice hit by Luke Lynn. A great play by Aguilar as it hits to the middle. Diving catch. Luke Lynn beats it out. It's going to be a base hit.
Hustling down the line and having to use all of that quarterback speed of his.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get the courtesy runner. It's going to be number 9. That is going to be Serrano, I believe. Haven't seen him lately, but he's going to do the courtesy running.
At first base, Serrano. Okay, let me get that here. Yeah, Luke Lynn using that, as you mentioned, that quarterback speed, Coach. Oh, there's going to be a dribbler over to the first base side and just fell. Strike number 1.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Elias Lujan has been an absolute RBI machine this year. Leads the team in RBIs by a wide margin.
All right, 0-1 with 2 outs. Brown will throw over to Davis. Tries to get Serrano, the courtesy runner. And Serrano dives into first base. And I meant to say this the other day. I had the opportunity to have Coach Lujan back in the day, but I see the resemblance with Elias Lujan. The stance, the way he stands and the way he hits resembles Coach Lujan quite a bit. And that's going to be a wild pitch. And Dominguez goes in head first.
Serrano to second.
And Serrano second. Okay, now Lujan was actually trying to say, let's go to third base, but the umpire says there is time, so the runners cannot advance at this point. So we're going to call that a wild pitch.
So no RBI for Elias there, but yeah, Elias, as I mentioned earlier, he's got 18 RBIs on the season. That's twice as many as the next guy. It's just funny how that works somehow. And beginning of the season, he was batting way down in the lineup as well. So he's had such a good year that he's moved into the number 3 hole. But an RBI machine.
Yeah, he's been impressive this year for sure.
He really has. Oh, they did get time called.
And just barely.
Oof.
So there's going to be no pitch.
Boy, that's always tough.
And I guess you got to hear it, because if he don't grant you time and he steps out before the pitch, I tell you what, that
was close.
Yeah, it's real close. All right, Brown will deliver, and that's going to be, I'm going to say just high, ball number 2. All right, so 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. The Roswell Coyotes lead, bottom half of the 3rd inning, 2-1. You have Serrano, the courtesy runner, at second base, and Elias Lujan will foul that one out of play. 46 pitches I have for the Goddard pitcher, number 7, Cameron Brown. Aguilar holding on Serrano as he goes back to his regular position, and that's going to be a called strike for strike number 3 and out number 3.
All right, Roswell gets 2 runs and takes the lead on 4 hits, 1 left on base, 21 pitches. Goddard will have Herrera, Rodriguez, and Brown up when we come back with the Coyotes head 2-1. We head to the 4th, KSVPTV.com.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution.
Regardless of your credit, with I-10 accepted. Don't forget, all new Hyundais come with a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and 2 years of free oil changes. So upgrade your ride or refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd, a proud supporter
There
of
goes
Roswell
the runner.
Coyote
That's
Sports.
going to be a
Are they
hit
pink
and
or
run.
are they raspberry sorbet?
But it's going to be a swing and a miss. Now, here's the thing. They're going to call time. They're going to have discussion. They're going to say it's interference on the hitter, and they're going to call him out.
Well.
So let's see what happens here. Okay, so the batter should be out, and the runner should go back to first base. Okay, so we're going to have to replay. Okay, so that's correct. So they're going to call interference on the batter, and Herrera will go back to first base.
Okay.
So we're going to come over here, and there's going to be interference. Okay, I'm going to say batter out.
Okay.
But I'm going to do that first. How did you rule that? Did you get that correct?
Yeah, I just put batter out other, and that's
what I did too. So we're going to go.
So our pitch count should still be at 60, though.
So I'm going to go batter out other.
Yeah, and we're good.
Okay. All right, so there was interference on the hitter, and it appeared to be a hit and run, Coach. I mean, the ball was sky high, and he did have a good jump. I'm talking about Herrera, and I don't know if I would have necessarily swung the bat because, I mean, he had a heck of a jump off of Luke Lynn, but it worked out.
That's a kid being too coachable. You know, you're told you have to swing there.
And there goes the runner again. Oh, and he might have had him on the feet. And they're going to say no.
Did you see the pitch?
Ball. So Herrera will get credit for the stolen base. Coach Lujan's going to call timeout and have discussion. So I have a count of 1-1.
I've got a count of 2-0.
You have a count of 2-0. Okay, so let's go 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs.
Yeah, Bino thought he got him.
Well, I thought from this area.
I mean, it's impossible for us to tell from here. But what I often do is go by the player reactions, and obviously the defense is always going to say, I got him, you know. But
well, his hands got in there beforehand, I'm sure of it. But from this angle, it looked like he did get him, and but evidently he didn't. Mr. Lopez does a good job.
Yeah, he does a great job.
This is going to be a called strike. So 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. And there's going to be time. Okay, so the Goddard Rockets with Herrera at second base. See, and I have 2-1, you have 2-1.
Yeah, Goddard bench has 2-1. The scoreboard must be wrong.
The scoreboard is incorrect. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the hitter Davis. And there's the pitch, and just misses. That's going to be 3 balls and a strike with 2 outs.
Tying run at second base with 2 gone. Lynn versus Davis.
And there's the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled to the right side for strike number 2. All right, now, Coach, I was going to say this on there. Maybe we have time to do this here. But, last week when the Roswell Coyotes, it was Joaquin Bolaños at the time, was pitching for the Roswell Coyotes. He actually balked one time with a runner at second base. He balked, and so the ruling on that's going to be ball 4. The ruling on that is this. So when I told you there was on the balk, it's going to be considered a ball. Okay, so that was not necessarily wrong. Here's the thing. If you have runners on base and the pitcher balks,
then it's a ball.
Then it's
no.
Then it's no ball. If you have nobody on base and the pitcher balks, then it's a ball.
All right.
Okay? Just for the record, and I know Mr. Lopez, he does go back and reflects on his performance as well. And that's going to be strike 1 to the hitter, Wooten. As they all do. I'm impressed with that. I really do appreciate that.
A lot of them. No, a lot of them go back and watch, and they utilize the archive. And
we do too.
Oh, absolutely.
As broadcasters,
sure.
we definitely do, and we do make mistakes as well, and we appreciate that. Constructive criticism is a good thing.
Agreed.
0-2 now to Wooten, and there's the pitch, and there's going to be a dribbler. Let's see if we can get the force out. 4-3, and they do for out number 3.
So will be the fielder's choice. 4-3, batter out at second, ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Sorry, 2 left on base. Roswell will have Noah Lynn, Joaquin Bolaños, Jace Griffin up when we come back. Roswell's ahead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, KSVPTV.com.
Attention Roswell Coyote fans! Do you love your car? Well, Roswell Hyundai wants to help you keep your current car with a lower payment. Introducing Refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai wants to help you refinance your current vehicle with rebates and discounts to lower your payment. If you're ready to upgrade, Roswell Hyundai has a fresh inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. With special financing available, Hyundai can help regardless of your credit with I-10 accepted. Don't forget, all new Hyundais come with a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and 2 years of free oil changes. So upgrade your ride or refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd, a proud supporter of Roswell Coyote Sports.
Are they pink or are they raspberry sorbet? Are they orange or are they Caribbean coral? Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. And of course, we're talking about geraniums, along with petunias and lantanas. We raise them in our greenhouse, then send them home with you to brighten up the world. And while we may disagree on what to call them, there's no doubt they're the prettiest flowers anywhere. So come get yours while the selection is best. But you're going to have to pick them out yourself because I'm colorblind.
Yeah. Noah Lynn, the hitter for the Roswell Coyotes, who is 0 for 1 in this contest, takes ball 1 upstairs. Noah Lynn struck out swinging on his first frame, facing Brown, the pitcher for the Goddard Rockets. And that's going to be ball 2.
Yeah, I got to think that Herrera was maybe setting up outside there.
And that one, my friends, is going to be a shot over to the right side. It will fall. And Noah Lynn will be there. And he will get the base hit. It will be ruled a single.
Yeah, Portis tries to throw him out. High throw into Davis. Nearly takes Noah's helmet off, but either way, it's going to be a fly ball base hit for Noah Lynn.
And I love the fact where Jaden Herrera, he did his job, got a perfect angle, backed up the throw, and luckily enough, he was there.
Yeah, otherwise, Noah's scooting over to second base.
Absolutely. So the hitter is going to be number 13, Joaquin Bolaños, 0 for 1 in this contest. Will attempt the bunt, a late bunt actually, and it's going to be
swing and a
miss. Yeah. For strike 1. I like the thought process by Coach Lujan here. I'm okay with him trying to attempt one more time. Brown will throw over to Davis. Noah Lynn dives safely into first.
And Davis tries to sell it. Close play, but Noah appeared to get back.
Joaquin Bolaños. batting .361 coming into this ball game. That's really kind of pretty impressive, really, by Cameron Brown, just trying to get the timing. And there's the pitch, and there's going to be a base hit to the left side. So now the Roswell Coyotes will have runners at first and second base. Coming up to bat will be Jace Griffin.
Yeah, and Griffin hitting .341 on the season. 14 hits, 7 RBI. He's a dangerous hitter. Of course, the lefty. So a real opportunity to no outs to at the very least maybe get Joaquin over to third.
All right, so there's going to be discussion with Coach Alvarado and Mr. Lopez. Looks like that was a quick one.
Yeah, not sure what we're checking on there.
Yeah, not sure either. On deck for the Roswell Coyotes will be Adrian Lucero, who got things started off for the Roswell Coyotes. Nice shot to the left side, had a stand-up double, but hitting for the Roswell Coyotes will be Jace Griffin, playing right field in this ball game, wearing jersey number 4. The Roswell Coyotes wearing all white with red shoes, some with white. There's going to be the bunt, and nicely played by Brown over to Morales on the bunt attempt. See if I can get this in here.
And you okay with that strategy?
Am I? If we get the bunt down to the left side a little bit more.
No, I'm not talking about the execution. I just mean you're okay bunting in that situation?
I think I am. Yes, sir. All right, that's nicely done.
So we're going to get the fly out to Porras. Bolaños will tag. So able to move the runner. Griffin will stay at first.
So let's see. That was Lucero. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Lucero had how many pitches? That was the first pitch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so ball will be in play. And it will be a fly out to right. Is that correct?
Correct.
So the batter will be out on the fly out to Porras. Porras showing off his arm as Bolaños will tag and dives safely into third base. So Griffin will stay at first. So the Coyotes now with runners at first and third base. Brown with about 54 pitches, 3 2/3 pitched in this ball game. There's going to be the curveball to Silvino Sanchez, who is 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Yeah, struck out looking his first time up, so he's looking to redeem himself here with a runner in scoring position in the smallest of leads.
And that one's going to be hit to center field. Actually, it kind of sliced over, and it will be caught by number 1, Porras, for out number 3.
So Roswell gets no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base, just 9 pitches. Goddard will have Morales, Herrera, and Aguilar up when we come back. We've played 4, and Roswell leads 2-1, KSVPTV.com.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Welcome back, KSVPTV.com. Coyote Baseball. The Roswell Coyotes lead 2-1 as we enter the top half of the 5th inning. Coming up to bat for Goddard will be number 13, Morales.
And Morales grounded out to the pitcher and then lost the foot race to first with Luke Lynn his last time up.
All right, Luke Lynn set to pitch here as he just about every time throws from the stretch. That's going to be swing and foul back for strike one to Morales. Coach, and I don't know why. I said it many times. I'll say it again. I'm a baseball guy and softball guy. Did it for 20 years, but I'm really, really getting the fever of baseball again. Just miscoaching it.
Yeah. Another 0-2 start on a hitter for Luke Lynn.
Yeah, and there's going to be the curveball, and Morales. Oh, good effort by Joaquin Bolaños, but Morales will get credit for the single.
Yeah, just a blooper there, and it happens.
The old Texas Leaguer is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm willing to call that one a Texas Leaguer. A dying quail.
All right, coming up to the plate now will be number 12, Nathan Herrera. There's the push bunt. Nicely done by Luke Lynn and nicely played by Joaquin Bolaños, and the sacrifice bunt will advance Morales. Nicely done all around.
Yeah, it really was, everybody. You will get credit for the sack on the 1-4 put out. And Coach Alvarado trying to small ball his way back into this one. And I like the strategy.
Yeah. Well, I almost thought that Luke Lynn was going to try to have a foot race with Herrera, and he did do the right thing. And now is Aguilar hitting for Goddard. It's going to be ball upstairs. I'm saying, Coach, all around, offensively, defensively, I thought it was well played. Everybody did right. And there's the pitch, and it's going to be swing and a miss. Strike at number 1. And, Coach, I'm going to even – and I didn't see it, but I'm going to say it anyway. If Adrian Lucero backed up third base, everything was done absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss for strike number 2 to the hitter Aguilar. Really impressed with the athleticism of Joaquin Bolaños.
Yeah,
sprinting over him.
Showing the speed, the linebacker / fullback speed.
Well, the big dog package is what you're referencing, right?
It is.
And nice idea by Luke Lynn. That's going to be upstairs, and that's going to be ball 2. Brings the count to even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The score is 2-1 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. We're here in the top half of the 5th inning.
Might try to get him to chase here again. You struck him out earlier.
And that one's going to be popped up straight up, and actually now will go out of play. Man, we're good. 78 pitches for Luke Lynn here. 4 1/3. And there's a great pitch by Luke Lynn. Let's see if Sanchez will do it. And that's a heads-up play by Savino Sanchez. So looks like Morales will be out. Heads-up play by Savino Sanchez as he will toss it over to Joaquin Bolaños on the fielder's choice for out number 2.
Yeah. Real nice job by the middle infielders there. You could get the lead runner as Morales gets caught. He's handing the cookie jar.
And it happens sometimes in this game. And that's going to be strike number 1 as Dewar fouls that ball back. I'll tell you what, I really am impressed with Sanchez's performance over there at shortstop. There's a pitch by Luke Lynn, and that's going to be in the dirt. Excellent recovery by Villa.
Well, Bino's just, I mean, he can just do whatever you need him to do. I mean, he's a great catcher. Play anywhere you want him to in the infield. I'm sure he could play outfield.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, there's going to be the pickoff move, and it looks like Aguilar will be safe. Yeah, just one thing with him, and I truly believe this too. I think the softball etiquette that he has is just a great benefit for this team. He knows the game well.
The softball etiquette?
Say that again.
You said the softball etiquette?
Did I say softball?
You did.
I'm sorry. I meant baseball etiquette.
So I'm going to score that a hit
Yes, sir.
On the hard ground ball past the third baseman, Orozco.
Single.
And Aguilar will advance.
On the throw. Well, baseball etiquette, Coach, so I appreciate you catching that.
You know how I love
it, man.
I love to correct you.
Well, that's okay. That's what you're here for. Well, hey, when you've done that game for forever, Coach, and then played this game forever, hey, I've done it both ways. So.
It's automatic.
Yeah, 2 outs now. Runners at first and third base for the Goddard Rockets. Dewar at first, Aguilar at third. The hitter is Herrera, and that's going to be a called strike.
Yeah, this is what you call a bit of a situation here. 2 outs, runners at the corners, 3-hole hitter up. This is what you love about baseball, these situations right here.
You talking about baseball or softball?
I'm talking about baseball. I don't have that softball background.
I must not have that baseball etiquette.
I don't have that automatic saying softball because I didn't coach it for 20 years.
Well, you know what? I didn't even realize I said that. I guess I was looking over there at the.
Well, I thought you were trying to make a point that, because his dad was a former softball coach, or maybe even a current softball coach, maybe you were going to make a point that he knows the softball game that he's transferring over to baseball or something. But then I just said, you know what? I think he just misspoke.
Well, all the above, Coach. How's that?
Yeah.
All right, so I do have 1 ball with 2 strikes with 2 outs to the hitter, number 20. That's Jaden Herrera. We mentioned
high heat here.
Jaden.
There it is.
324 on the year, but swing and a miss for out number 3 and strike number 3.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base, 17 pitches for Luke Lynn. We'll have Villa, Dominguez, and Lynn up when we come back with the Coyotes up 2-1, headed to the bottom of the 5th. KSVPTV.com.
Our new business solution is providing an amazing Wi-Fi experience. Frankie's Cafe is booming more than ever. I'm here, undercover, to check it out.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Hi. Would you mind taking a video I can upload to TikTok?
Oh, this happens a lot. Sure, I'm a TikTok guy. You can add different music.
Oh, no, I meant, can you take a video of us?
And that's called a photo.
Coming up to the plate for the Roswell Coyotes will be Villa, Dominguez, and Lynn. Coyotes do lead 2-1 as we begin the bottom half of this 5th inning. Been a fun game, Coach.
Yeah, it's been a real good one. About what you expect these two teams. I think they're pretty evenly matched this year, talent-wise and rankings and record-wise. But like you said, anytime Roswell and Goddard get together, it's always something, you know.
Yeah, nice little crowd here at the field at Roswell High School.
Here
our yard.
Here at our yard.
It bugs me, Coach. I have to say it until it's official.
I like it.
But it could be official one day. Swing and a miss to the hitter, Villa. I shouldn't say I hate it. That's the wrong. I meant there's a lot of things that have to play in naming that. You know what I mean? 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Beautiful night here. And that's going to be nicely played.
Oh,
and it's going to be out. So nice play by Dewar. The ball was hit up the middle. It looked like to be a base hit, but Dewar does the backhand up the middle, throws on the run, and gets to play at first base. Well played.
That might be the best defensive play I've seen all year.
Wow. Wow.
And that's freshman, too.
That's a freshman.
That's a freshman.
Wow. Okay, well, Dominguez now the hitter for the Roswell Coyotes. That's going to be foul. Could be out of play, at least from this angle, it will be strike 1. That's a heck of a play.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you can go back tonight and watch it over and over again on KSVPTV.com.
Well, that could be.
Save it for the highlight reel.
Well, yes, I'm talking statewide. That's impressive.
We can get our producer to send that in to some game day or something.
I'm telling you, that's nice.
2-1 now to Cameron Brown. For Cameron Brown, to Davian Dominguez.
Man, Coach, I was going to correct you on that one. Darn it.
know.
All right, it's going to be a bender to the hitter.
I try not to give him those opportunities, you know.
It don't bother me a bit. I'm glad you do, Coach. Ball 4 to the hitter, Dominguez, and now coming up to the plate will be number 15, the pitcher in tonight's contest, Luke Lynn.
10 stolen bases for Dominic Dominguez. That's twice as many as the next guy. And tell you what, he is definitely a threat.
Luke Lynn coming in this ball game, hitting about 306. 306, and as we mentioned, about 66 plate appearances, 62 at bats, 10 runs scored, and about 19 hits, and he will have strike number 1. So now the count will be even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Coyotes do lead 2-1 in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 7:15 here, and there's going to be a error on the pitcher.
What happened? Threw over to first?
Yeah, Cameron Brown throws over to first base and overthrows Davis.
So now that puts him in scoring position for Luke. And the count even. Glad you saw it. I was looking around. I didn't see what happened.
And, of course, Dominguez with some speed. And that's nicely done by Luke Lynn. Does his job, hits the ball to the right side. It's going to be a fly ball. It's going to be caught by Porras. And Dominguez will tag up, advance to third base safely. Nicely done.
Yeah, and they get it over there, but Dominguez able to tag up. And now, once again, the RBI king for the Coyotes up to the plate with a runner on third. Needs to add that total right here to try to get a little insurance run for the Coyotes.
Okay, so Elias Lujan, you mentioned 0 for 2?
0 for 2 I didn't mention, but he is 0 for 2.
It's going to be a call strike. So, yeah, he's definitely 0 for 2 in this contest. Flew out to right field and then struck out looking.
That means he's due, partner.
That means he's due. All right. It's going to be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Dominguez at third base, 90 feet away. Let's see if Elias Lujan can do his job as Brown will pitch from the windup. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
You know, you mentioned you can see his dad swing and his swing. Rico is the same way. You know,
yeah.
They all three of them have a very similar swing.
All right, 1-2 with 2 outs. And there's the pitch and the bender, and there's going to be a ground ball up the middle. And Elias Lujan will get the single and the RBI. As you mentioned, he was due and does his job.
Yeah, and that's what they call the ground ball with eyes. As it just weaves its way up the middle and off the glove of Aguilar. And I'm not saying it's an error. It wasn't by any stretch, but just adding to that RBI total. It's funny how baseball statistics fall sometimes. What a great year knocking in runs for Elias Lujan.
All right, it's going to be a call strike to the hitter, Noah Lynn, the first baseman in tonight's contest. Elias Lujan at first base with the RBI single, facing, oh, look at that. Rope to the left side. Noah Lynn hits it hard, and we'll have a single. Now the Roswell Coyotes with a runner at scoring position, and Noah Lynn at first.
Yeah, just hit an absolute rope out there. Actually hit it a little too hard. Didn't give Elias any kind of chance to try to get to third, but I'll tell you, they take those hits every single time.
All right, coming up to the plate will be Joaquin Bolaños, who is 1 for 2 in this contest, flew out to the first baseman in foul territory and then singled on a ground ball through the 5-6 hole. And that's going to be a called strike to Joaquin Bolaños. So Cameron Brown, the pitcher, up to about 74 pitches, 4 2/3 innings pitched. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be hit high, and that's going to be foul out of play. So 0-2 with 2 outs to the hitter, Joaquin Bolaños. Elias Lujan at second base. Noah Lynn at first. The hitter is Joaquin Bolaños, who is 1 for 2 in this contest. Hitting .361 coming into this ball game. Takes the pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Joaquin has 22 hits on the year with 9 RBIs, 6 of those being doubles. And now Brown will step off, resets. Joaquin Bolaños digs in as he prepares for the pitch from Brown. Brown will deliver, and just outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. To the hitter, Joaquin Bolaños. And there's the pitch, and swing and a miss for strike number 3 and out number 3.
All right, so I went a little too fast here. So at the end of 5, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 22 pitches. Goddard does have to account for that makeup or that insurance run by the Coyotes when we go to the top of the 6th. KSVPTV.com. Coyotes lead 3-1.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Marcos Rodriguez, the hitter for Goddard, swings and a miss for strike 1. Luke Lynn, currently with 87 pitches, 5 complete innings pitched. Luke Lynn pitching from the stretch will throw it and deliver and swing and a miss for Rodriguez for strike 2.
Boy, Rodriguez went after that fastball. Could not catch up.
All right, and that's going to be swing and a miss for strike 3. And, Coach, you and I were just talking about, if you have 90 pitches and he wants to pitch, he has to have at least 3 days rest. But at this case, he can go up to 120 pitches and pitch a complete game. So do you think that, I was going to say Coach Lynn, well, might as well, he's probably going to be a coach, but Luke Lynn, I think he has at least 2 more innings in him.
Depending on how the innings go. I mean, if he's going to strike people out on 3 pitches, he absolutely has it in him.
Yeah, talking about going in the halls and stuff, this kid as well, I'm talking about Luke Lynn, fantastic kid as well, and he's 6'2", 6'3", Coach?
Yeah, he's pushing 6'3" at this point, I think.
I mean, just a good-looking kid. I mean, just wait till he's always wearing sandals or something like that, and just imagine when he puts his cleats on. He's a big kid.
Yeah, let's just say he's going to have no problem seeing over the offensive line.
Agreed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And there's going to be the shot over to the shortstop. Savino Sanchez will deliver. And that's going to be out number 2. Nice play by Sanchez. So we'll put that as a 6-3 for the second out. Now coming up to bat will be number 16, Donovan Davis. Donovan Davis, the junior. Currently hitting a .476 on the year.
Yeah, and that's exactly right, even up to the minute, because he's walked twice in this game, so that's still his batting average.
Yes, and has actually.
And now it's better.
Yeah, nice shot up to the right side. We'll have a single on the first pitch.
Now it'll be up to Luke to try to waste that. As Wooten comes to the plate, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Singled his first time up, grounded into a fielder's choice his second time up. First time left side of the infield, second time right side of the infield. So
you're saying he's at 500, is that correct?
I don't know if it'd go up that much.
You said he's 1 for 2? According to Max Prep's statistics.
500
batting average. Am I seeing that correctly?
Well, he'd only had 1 at bat before this game.
Okay, I see. So he was 0 for 1.
Yeah.
According to his statistics.
So
okay.
Now he's hitting .333 on the season.
333.
And 3 at bats.
All right, it's going to be upstairs for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Hitter is Wooten, batting .333. And that one's going to be fouled back once again. Davis on first base as he had a single up the middle.
He did, and he had his first stolen base of the season after that. After I said he wasn't a threat.
And
so he showed me.
There's going to be a ground ball to Bolaños, and that will end the half inning there.
So we said Luke Lynn needed to be efficient and might get 2 more innings out of him. He gets no runs, 1 hit, no errors on just 11 pitches. Roswell will have Griffin, Lucero, and Sanchez up when we come back. Roswell's up 3-1, headed to the bottom of the 6th, KSVPTV.com.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Jace Griffin.
He's speedy.
With a dribbler over to the shortstop, and Aguilar over to Davis for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Tell you what, we've had 2 pretty spectacular plays by the Goddard middle infield in this game. I mean, Dewars was Sports Center worthy, but that was a real nice one by Aguilar as well.
I agree with you, Coach. Coming up to the plate now for the Roswell Coyotes, the guy who got it all started here was number 6, Adrian Lucero, who is 1 for 2 in this ballgame, double to the left side, and then, of course, flew out to the right fielder. And 1 for 2 in this contest, and now will be a foul ball, so 0-1 with 1 out. Now brings the count to even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The hitter is Adrian Lucero. Still facing number 7, Cameron Brown, and that's going to be foul off the shin. Cameron Brown with 82 pitches and 5 1/3 innings pitched here this evening. If you're just now tuning in at KSVPTV.com, tomorrow night the Roswell Coyotes will travel over to Goddard to take on the Goddard Rockets in another single game.
Yeah, the night-night doubleheader, if you want to call it.
That's right, and that game will be at 6 p.m. as well.
The home and home, I guess, is what they call those, right?
There you go. Brings the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out to Lucero, and that one's going to be popped up, and let's see. That's going to be a foul ball. Good effort by Herrera.
Yeah, nice effort. Tried to make the sliding catch, but you know from experience how hard that is.
Yes, sir. Nicely played. Good effort. All right, so another chance here for Lucero. And there's going to be the curveball, and just misses inside for ball 4.
Making the most of senior night is senior Adrian Lucero. He's been the spark plug for the Coyotes offensively for sure. And I'll tell you what, those kind of plays, he almost makes the great play to get the out, and it seems like every time that happens, that something happens. They get a hit, they get a walk, they get on base. It just never fails.
All right, the pickoff attempt from Brown over to Davis, trying to get Lucero. Lucero does slide in safely. The hitter is Savino Sanchez. Sanchez 0 for 2. Struck out swinging and then flew out to the right side. And it's going to be swing and a miss for strike 1. We are here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The score is 3-1 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. And another attempt. And they're saying that Lucero was on the bag first, and he will be in safely.
Brown really trying to make sure that the Coyotes don't get any more insurance runs.
Looks like Coach Alvarado was, I think that was number 14 over there. Is that Jaden Fuentes? Was over in the bullpen warming up just in case. Coming back now to the dugout.
Well, yeah, I think that might just be a just in case. Now Brown's up to 90, so he can finish this batter. And still be eligible in 2 days. So he'll have to make the decision here.
It's going to be another foul ball. All right, so 1 ball, 2 strikes with an out. Lucero at first base. Kyle Stu lead by 2. 3-1 is the score. There's the pitch, and inside for ball 2.
But there's no advantage to that. There's no advantage to pulling him out now that,
No.
2 days from now is Sunday.
You might as well complete it.
You might as well let him go. And he's pitched well. He's pitched extremely well. Adrian looks up at Donovan after Donovan takes his helmet off with the tag.
Yeah, that was total accident. All right, and that's going to be ball 3.
Tough one to take, but good eye by Bino. And now he's worked his way back to full count.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Herrera not happy back there saying he thinks they're strikes. And there's the pitch, and that one's going to be roped tipped up the middle.
Well, they had a chance to maybe get Lucero at second. That's how hard that ball was hit. Great piece of hitting and a great at bat from Bino Sanchez as he ropes one to center field. And now with 1 gone, Lucero on second base for the catcher, Diego Villa.
All right, so now looks like there's a timeout, and looks like we might have a pitching change for the Goddard Rockets. We will. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, Coyote Baseball.
Viernes 25 de abril, Carta Center de Roswell, Nuevo México. Trae para ti la agrupación más solicitada por la raza. Secreto, Grupo Secreto.
Este amor secreto que quema fuego lento. Solo quiero que muevas la cintura. Solo quiero que muevas la cadera.
Con ellos, el origen norteño. El origen norteño.
Sinceramente yo te juro que te amo. Cierro los ojos solamente.
Los consentidos del norte de Ciudad Juárez. Los consentidos del norte.
Un saludazo para toda la gente de Chihuahua.
Las citas el viernes 25 de abril. Preventa especial limitada, solo $40. Puertas abren desde las 8 de la noche. Compra tus boletos de preventa en Encanto de Encener, El Churro Bar, Tacos Pita y Energía, Paletería Brenducci. Evento para todas las edades.
Welcome back, KSVPTV.com. Coyote Baseball. The Goddard Rockets have a pitching change, and they'll bring in Jaden Fuentes. And then number 7, Cameron Brown, will go to third base. Coach, do you see any other position changes in this contest?
I don't. I still have Davis at first, Dewar at second, Aguilar at short. And I don't believe anyone ran in or out from the outfield. And the catcher remains Herrera, so I think that's the only change.
All right, coming up to bat for the Roswell Coyotes will be Diego Villa, who is 1 for 2 in this contest, singled on a fly ball up the middle, actually, and then grounded out. It's going to be strike 1 on the called strike.
Yeah, but I like taking pitches with a new pitcher. Make him throw some strikes here. Just 1 out, 2 on. Don't help him out.
Especially in the latter part of the innings. And that's going to be swing and a miss. Strike 1, and that pitch was above letters a little bit. I'm with you, Coach. I'd like it where you take a pitch until you get a strike.
Now he's just got to battle. Try to put it in play, preferably to the right side.
That's correct. And that one got his hands inside the ball, try to go to the right side, but that will be fouled out of play. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, just got to almost take the BP approach. You know, you've got to put the bat on the ball here.
All right, the pitch from Fuentes is going to be high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The Roswell Coyotes with runners at first and second base. Sanchez with a single on first base, and then Lucero also at second base. Not with the big lead just yet. Now with the comfortable lead. The curveball from Fuentes over to Villa, and that's going to be foul out of play.
Yeah, good job fighting that one off. Sees its curveball, just make sure he gets a bat on it. And stays alive for another pitch.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the hitter. Diego Villa awaits the pitch, and there it is. There's the bender for ball 3. Nice block by the catcher, Herrera.
And Diego's turned this into a quality at bat since
Sure
this
has.
will be pitch number 7. Nice job. Let's see if he can win it now.
All right, oh, and wins it.
Not yet.
I had 3 balls and 2 strikes. Did you not?
I did not.
You did?
You missed a foul ball.
Did I miss a foul? Okay.
Now it's full count.
There we go. All right. And that's going to be upstairs, so quality at bat now.
Excellent at bat. And now you got a very dangerous hitter in Davian Dominguez at the plate with the bases loaded and just 1 gone.
Yeah, the leadoff hitter. So now it looks like Herrera will call a timeout, bring the infield in, have a discussion. With 1 out, they'll probably have maybe the corners in. Infield might be probably halfway, if not in. They're going to try to make the play go to the dish and try to get the double play.
Yeah, I think I'd leave the middle back.
I think you're right.
Because double play gets you out of the inning. I think you have to give yourself that chance. But I'm okay with bringing the corners up to try to make a play at the plate if you get 1 hit at you.
Yeah, if I know Coach Alvarado, I think that's what he's going to do. Keep the corners back. The middle back. Try to attempt the double play, at least halfway. Corners will be even. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, they're back.
They're not even half. They're going to play it for the double play here.
Yeah, and I think that's the way to go.
That's the wise thing to do.
The right strategy.
The new pitcher is Fuentes for the Goddard Rockets. A draw, ball 1. Our bases are loaded for the Roswell Coyotes. Lucero at third base. Savino Sanchez at second and Villa at first. Swinging a miss to the hitter, Dominguez. And, boy, I tell you what, Coach.
Swung out of his socks.
Sure did, man. I'm going to tell you what. He swung so hard, I thought he kind of hurt himself a little bit. But he's fine. All right, the pitcher is Fuentes, and he is going to deliver, and that's going to be fouled back for strike 2. So you're saying the middle is in double play depth.
Corners are a little past even.
Will
I think once they take their steps, they'll be a little past even.
Corners will more than likely deliver if given the opportunity to the plate.
Well, yeah, they want to keep this a 2-run game if at all possible.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, bottom half of the 6th inning. Number 14 is the pitcher, Jaden Fuentes, the junior. From the stretch, will deliver. There's the curveball, and that's going to be outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with an out. Dominguez trying to find a pitch that he can drive, something in the outfield at least to advance the runner from third. There's the pitch, and there's going to be the Ground ball to the shortstop. And 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. All right, so
it's going to be an error on the
shortstop.
Aguilar trying to get the force at third, makes the bad throw.
The ball will be in play with the ground ball. Attempted the fielder's choice. So we're going to call it an error right off the bat, correct?
Yep. Villa does not advance. Dominguez obviously still at first, but 2 more insurance runs for the Coyotes, and Luke Lynn to the plate, and he's got a runner in scoring position with speed in Villa. And speed at first with Dominguez.
All right, the score now 6-1 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. There's going to be a strike to the hitter, Luke Lynn.
Yeah, he just...
Nothing in 1 with 1 out. And as you mentioned, Villa at second base, Dominguez at first base. Luke Lynn, the starting pitcher in tonight's contest, facing Fuentes. Good eye as the curveball goes to the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Coyotes now with a comfortable lead. Score is 5-1. I said 6-1. I meant to say 5-1. And there's going to be the curveball, and that's going to be a called strike.
Yeah, that's a nice pitch there. Luke didn't think so. I bought that. Looked like a pretty pitch to me.
That's where it crosses. Fuentes coming in relief of Cameron Brown. And that's going to be ball outside. And runners will advance. And I say runners, it would be a runner. Villa will advance to third base.
So you're going to say pass ball there?
Yes, sir. And I have 17 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have 2 balls, 2 strikes with an out to the hitter, Luke Lynn. First and third situation for the Goddard Rockets. Dominguez at first, and there goes the runner. And now we have Pickle and an error, and look at that. Villa will advance and score. And a great job by Dominguez. So Dominguez was put in motion.
Yeah, he gets a stolen base. Villa scores because of the error on first baseman?
That's correct.
Okay. As he throws over and Dominguez scores on that same error as the ball goes all the way to the fence, and now it is 7-1 Roswell.
That one's hit hard.
Right at Herrera, though. So Herrera with the proverbial can of corn. And it will bring Elias Lujan to the plate. Already with an RBI in this game, but nobody in front of him at the moment with 2 outs. So an RBI here would have to be one that leaves the yard.
All right, 7-1 now is the score. Elias Lujan takes ball 1.
Elias is lined out, struck out looking, and then RBI single to center.
Oh, nice bender, but that's going to be ball 2. 20 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
For Jaden Fuentes. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, and he swung at ball 3, too.
So 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. And that's going to be ball upstairs for ball 3.
And Big Poe waiting here on the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to add to this lead.
He's a big one. That one's hit well deep to center field, but Herrera under it for out number 3.
All right, so the Coyotes get plenty of damage here in the bottom of the 6th. They get 4 runs on just 1 hit, 2 errors, 39 pitches. Goddard trailing 7-1. We'll have Morales, Herrera, and Aguilar up for the top of the 7th. The Coyotes' chance to end the game with 3 outs. KSVPTV.com.
Hey guys, Aaron Dishman, your general sales manager down here at Roswell Ford. Did you know that Ford Motor Company employs more American workers than any other manufacturer in the United States? Did you also know that Ford Motor Company has the largest manufacturing footprint in the U.S.? That's right, guys. That's why during the month of April, we're going to reconfirm our commitment to you with employee pricing for all. That's right. You pay what we pay. Down here at Roswell Ford, we have hundreds of vehicles to choose from, and we want to put them in your driveway. Come see us today at 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell, New Mexico, or call us at 623-3673. Don't forget to ask for the guy in the tie. Can't wait till you get here.
All right, we are back. KSVPTV.com, Coyote Baseball. Morales coming up to the plate. On deck will be Herrera and Aguilar in the hole. As we enter the top half of this 7th inning, the pitcher is Luke Lynn with 97 pitches, hopes to finish the contest. The Roswell Coyotes had a great bottom half of the 6th inning. It'll be a called strike for Morales.
Yeah, they really did. They add 4 to their 3-1 lead, I should say. Plenty of insurance runs for Luke if he can just throw strikes now, let his defense play, and try to put away the Rockets here in the top of the 7th.
All right, there's Luke Lynn with the delivery. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're here in the top half of the 7th inning. Coyotes with a comfortable lead, 7-1.
What a beautiful night for baseball.
I'm telling you, partner. And that's going to be a call strike, and out number 1.
Yeah, and strikeout number 6 for Luke against just 2 walks. 5 hits, 1 earned run is all he's given up. Kind of scattered those 5 hits and the 2 walks. Been a great outing for him, and now he's just 2 outs away.
Herrera, the hitter for the Goddard Rockets.
He's bunted both times he's been up.
It's going to be a called strike. Herrera coming in this contest batting .231 with 7 hits on the year. Nothing in 1 with 1 out. Coyotes trying to improve their record to 8-10 on the year. There's the pitch and the dribbler over to the right side, and it's going to be foul.
So as he's done a lot tonight, he's up 0-2 on a hitter. And boy, it just makes it so much easier on the pitcher's mound when you start him off like that.
And there's the pitch, and nice pitch. Look at Luke Lynn. He is fired up. Inside fastball to complete the out, or to complete the bat and the out.
Yeah.
So 2 outs now, 1 out away, and the hitter will be Aguilar, who is 0 for 3 in this contest.
He is 0 for 3, and he has struck out once. So one of those 7 strikeouts was Aguilar.
Oh, that's going to be strike number 1. And I tell you what, the crowd on the left side was not happy with the call.
No, they didn't think that was a strike, did they?
They sure didn't. But that one's going to be foul out of play over to your truck in that area.
And what's the count?
Nothing in 2. What'd I say?
Once again, nothing in 2. No, you're right. Just put it in. Foul
okay.
Ball. I'm just making the point. We got another 0-2 count too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just been.
Go ahead and throw the bender right now, or show the heat.
High heat or the curve. It's high heat.
And that's going to be strike number 3 and out number 3, and the Coyotes win 7-1.
And that's what you do on senior night.
Yes, sir. And Coach, the game will be over as you prepare for the final statistics, but the winning pitcher tonight will be Luke Lynn. 7 complete innings with only 1 earned run, 8 Ks, and 2 base on balls.
Yeah, that's just a tremendous job by Luke Lynn. We'll just continue the stats from that point you just made. He threw 107 pitches, 80 of those were for strikes. Faced 28 batters. Only gave up. Didn't give up an extra base hit. And like I said, just the 2 walks against 8 strikeouts for Luke Lynn. Pitching for Goddard, it was Cameron Brown taking the loss. 5 1/3 innings pitched. He gave up 9 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of them earned. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Fuentes came in for 2/3. Gave up 2 runs, neither of them earned, and 1 walk. Hitting for Goddard, those 5 hits, 1 from Dewar, 1 from Jaden Herrera, 1 from Davis, 1 from Wooten, and 1 from Morales. And again, all of those singles for Goddard. The 1 run scored was scored by Davis, and he was hit in by Wooten for the 1 RBI for Goddard. Went over Luke Lynn's pitching. Let's go over the hitting now. Multiple hit game for only Noah Lynn as he goes 2 for 3. Doubles from Adrian Lucero and Davian Dominguez. RBIs for Damian Dominguez. He had 3 of them, and Elias Lujan had the other one. Only 4 RBIs on those 7 runs. Drawing walks in the game were Villa, Lucero, and Davian Dominguez. So that will do it. The Roswell Coyotes take game 1 of this 2-day home and home, and we will be playing tomorrow at same time, I believe, 6 o'clock start.
Yeah, that's correct, Coach. It will be same time, 6 p.m. tomorrow at the launch pad. And I did say earlier it was a 1-hitter. Coach, I stand corrected. They said 5 hits. Is that what you had?
1 run. Yeah,
1 run,
5
hits. So, all right, Coach, you ready to get this closed out?
Let's do it.
All right, so the Goddard Rockets will now fall to 5-10 on the year, and the Roswell Coyotes now will improve their record to 8-10. And so tomorrow's contest will be at the launch pad, and that game will begin at 6 p.m. You will have pregame right about 5:50, as I believe it will be Coach Henry Villarreal will be the play-by-play tomorrow night. So you and I will be back in action probably next week sometime, and we'll go from there. So, all right, we'll close this out from our yard here at Roswell High School. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, safe travels across town. We'll see you next time, and it's always a great day to be a Coyote. Have a good night.